VR. You have it, I have it, pretty much everybody has it. Beginning in the amygdala, going all the way into my shaky little two-clawed hands, I have recently become interested in the top 10 fears for some reason. So I asked a robot and I'm going over them one by one and ranking them. Wanna come? Great! The first fear I'm going over is arachnophobia, fear of spiders. This is not one I personally share. I remember when I was little, I'd taken an ant and put it in the web of the little household spider, and may I say, the creatures are misunderstood artists, like me. Except the only time I wrap my food up is when I have a burrito. The thing about spiders is most of them are harmless, with only like 25 of the different sorts of them being venomous to humans, so yeah, logically I guess I have a healthy fear of them, but I don't really have a stereotypical teenage girl fear of them or something like that, so B tier. Next up, we have ophidiophobia, an intense fear of snakes. Like spiders, there are a lot of different sorts of snakes, and only a few of them are actually harmful to humans. But unlike snakes, these things look really unnatural. Where are the arms and legs? It shouldn't be able to move, but yet it does. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of encounters with snakes. I think one appeared on our porch a few times. Once I was trying to feed a living snake to some pigs, but they wouldn't eat it, so instead I just put it in a pond, and to this day I don't know if it survived. Overall, scary creatures, but like the spider, I wouldn't freeze up if one crossed my path, so high B tier. Coming after snakes are heights, or acrophobia. This one is different for me. When I'm standing in a place where I can visibly see how high I am off the ground, rails or no rails, feel a little woozy and think I'm gonna go off the edge in a big nauseous tip over. Not the worst, but I'm definitely more scared than I should be. A tier. After that comes aerophobia, an intense fear of flying. I've never flown at the moment, and even though I just talked about my fear of heights, I think this would be a less terrifying experience. Specifically if I was doing it Superman style, without having to worry about falling. And hey, when standing over a ledge high up, if I knew I could fly, I'd feel a lot better about it. Having said that, if we're talking about planes, that's a different story. It would probably be really squishy just because of all the people everywhere and loud. And I don't care how many pieces of paper they've got on the wall. Pilots are people, and people make mistakes. Hey, what does this button do? Hot A tier. After heights, we have dogs. Kynophobia. Not really anymore, but I used to be afraid of the dogs my family owned, even though they never did anything to me to warrant that. The thing about this one is dogs are everywhere and there are more attacks from them than wolves, if Google can be trusted. And anyway, one moment you're walking in the park, and the next moment, hey, you wanna pet my dog? No, I don't really. Go get him, Sparky! Ah, my dignity! Such a good boy. I should definitely be more afraid of these animals than I am, but I'm not. C tier. After dogs, we have astrophobia. What I'd like to do is position some meat in just the right location, so when that big bolt of plasma comes down, it's just yummers. There's something very cosmic and terrifying when only one of these things comes down, so S tier. After great light, we have great injections. Trypanophobia. Not gonna spend a lot of time on this. The needle is the single and most torturous device to ever enter into the imaginations of men. S tier. After great pokes, we have great talks. Social phobia. For this one, it depends. If it's a gathering where I can come in and nobody knows me and I can be like, hello, and then leave fast enough for people to wonder if I was a man or a phantom before questioning if they even really exist, I'll be fine. But if it's a long, boring thing I didn't get a lot of notice on, where my whole family is there, and they're silently ranking my behavior, and then I write a bunch of cool things on balloons only for them to get popped! I'm really sad about that, actually. But no, that's a S tier. After great talks, we get great places, or rather, agoraphobia, a fear of being in difficult places to escape. Yeah, I get this one. For me, it's questioning just if I could make it or not, if I could solve the puzzles or not. Human beings as a race are so limited when you really think about it anyway, and then you're gonna put me in a place like that? S tier, definitely. After great places, we get great germs. Misophobia. Out of all of these, this one is the most frequent that I think of, just because there's a lot of people who they don't use the heads. I remember one time when I was at a plant talk thing, and a woman came over, and she was like, "Oh, my nose is so itchy." And then she proceeded to scratch it over and over again, right in front of me. Ma'am, do you not realize you are harming your life and the lives of those around you? Are you in there? S tier. Fear is normal, and if you're really afraid of something, maybe talk to somebody you can trust about it. Do some research. Talk to a professional. I mean, am I going to do those things? Maybe, maybe not. I think it could help. If you'd like to see a video going over what you should do if you're currently feeling afraid, then let me know in the comments below. But please understand I'm not a professional, and the main point of my videos isn't to educate. And if you want to rank these fears as well, a link will be in the description below. Oh no, look behind you!